After the Great War, the world was supposed to be at peace, but the Treaty of Versailles left Germany humiliated and angry. This fertile ground of resentment gave rise to aggressive new leaders. In Italy, Mussolini and his fascists took control. In Germany, Hitler and the Nazi Party promised a return to glory. And in the Pacific, Japan's military empire began its own aggressive expansion. The League of Nations, an early attempt at global peacekeeping, proved powerless to stop them. Diplomats talked, but the drums of war were already beating, setting the stage for a conflict that would dwarf all others. On September 1st, 1939, that drumming became a roar. Germany's Blitzkrieg, or Lightning War, smashed into Poland. Britain and France, honoring their alliance with Poland, declared war on Germany, and World War II officially began. The early years were a whirlwind of Axis victories. Germany's war machine rolled through Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France, with Paris falling in just 6 weeks. It seemed like nothing could stop the Axis powers as they carved up Europe, plunging the continent into darkness. But the tide began to turn. On the vast Eastern Front, the brutal Battle of Stalingrad became a horrific meat grinder. After months of street-to-street fighting, the Soviet Red Army encircled and destroyed the German Sixth Army. It was a catastrophic defeat for Hitler and a monumental turning point. Meanwhile, on December 7, 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on the US naval base at Pearl Harbor, awakening a sleeping giant. America's entry into the war, with its immense industrial power, fundamentally changed the balance. Then, on June 6, 1944, D-Day, Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy in the largest seaborne invasion in history, opening a crucial second front in Western Europe. With the Allies pushing from the west and the Soviets from the east, the Nazi regime began to crumble. The final phase of the war in Europe was a race to Berlin. Soviet forces were the first to enter the German capital, leading to a final, desperate battle in the city's ruins. On May 8, 1945, Germany offered its unconditional surrender. The war in Europe was over, a day celebrated as VE Day. But the fight in the Pacific raged on. To avoid a bloody invasion of Japan and force a swift end to the war, the United States made a world-altering decision. In August 1945, atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The devastation was unprecedented, and Japan announced its surrender on August 15th, marking VJ Day and the end of World War II. The war left a scar on the face of the earth. Over 70 million people were dead. Cities were turned to rubble, and the full horror of the Holocaust was revealed to a stunned world. In the aftermath, Germany was divided, and the old empires of Britain and France were weakened. 2 new superpowers emerged from the ashes, the United States and the Soviet Union. Their ideological clash would usher in a new, tense era of global standoff known as the Cold War, reshaping the world for decades to come. Thank you for watching. If you found this history insightful, please consider subscribing for more.